Hey everyone, how's it going? I just kind of wanted to make this video to kind of just get my thoughts out to the world and just kind of talk about what's going on with like job hunting, and I'm sure a lot of people could probably relate to this. So a little bit about me, I've been in tech since 2007. First job was doing tech support for the first iPhone, which was really cool, and then supporting the MacBook with the first Intel Core Duo chipset. So I've made my way in my career from tech support all the way through QA, software engineering. Then my last gig was a DevOps engineer. And unfortunately, I got laid off um, just due to the company downsizing, and there wasn't much I could do about it. I had survived two layoffs before, but they merged with another company, and unfortunately, I was on the chopping block. So not much I could do. Didn't get a whole lot from as a severance package, so it left me to just having unemployment, some savings, and then my spouse is also working a part-time job to help make ends meet. So I kind of wanted to just rant about what's going on. Um, I've been applying to jobs like crazy. I've applied to probably like two or three hundred plus jobs. I think I've had a total of 6 or 7 interviews and only one that made it all the way to the final. And it's been a couple weeks and I still haven't heard back from them, so I'm not holding out too much hope. This week my unemployment's running out, so that's awesome. But it's just weird how things have taken a weird turn with not being able to find a job or anything. There's lots of people that I know who have personally gotten laid off, and some of them found jobs, some haven't. The longest one I talked to a good friend of mine. He was also a SDET, which software development engineer and test. It took him almost a year to find a job. He got laid off, gosh, in January of last year and just found one in December or November, whichever one. So it's pretty rough out there. Um, I'm kind of getting to my wits end with this. It's getting super frustrating. It seems like no matter what I do, I customize my resume plenty of times. I've got 3 or 4 working ones as a base resume for DevOps, SDET, software engineering, and I can't get any traction. I've had calls with recruiters that said, um, do you work in Python? I say yes. It's been a few years. My last job, I was mainly working in a JavaScript shop, .NET, and then I wrote most of my stuff in TypeScript, and they flat out said, we won't hire you because you don't have Python experience from the last most recently. So there is no ramp up time or anything. So sorry. And then one recruiter I talked to where I was um, interviewing for a DevOps position. It was a contract position, and I'd built my website, posted a lot about it on LinkedIn because that's what seems like that's kind of the advice now is build projects, post on LinkedIn, talk about it all the time, just to kind of keep yourself relevant. So I did that, built a whole thing up in AWS, used Terraform, GitHub Actions, built multiple pipelines, OIDC, the works. And that kind of got me recognized applying blindly to this contract. And when I talked to the recruiter, she said there was over 800 people that had applied to this, and only like maybe a handful are actually qualified for this, and I was one of them. So they submitted me to the um, company that I'd be contracting with, and then complete silence. I reached out to the recruiter a week later. She said she'd already contacted them, so not to worry. And then silence. I didn't hear back from her until like a month or two later, basically saying, "Hey, sorry, the role is closed." Which by that point I'd already moved on, so whatever. But it's just it's a really hard go about it, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this point. I've even applied to my local Costco, and I've heard they've had great benefits. So if I can get a job there, I'd be grateful. Um, there's a local Amazon distribution warehouse not too far from my house that I've applied to They had an IT position, but then when they announced those 16,000 job cuts, that position just gone. So there isn't much going on in the tech market. It's kind of doom and gloom. I think partially it has to do with AI, obviously, and then also offshoring. But I won't comment too much on that because it's a pretty hot topic. But just wanted to throw my feelings out into the air, basically letting other people know that, hey, totally understand where you guys are coming from. If you're laid off and you can't find a job, I can sympathize with you. I'm right there with you. It's really hard. Hopefully things will get better. I don't know if they're going to this year. Sorry, the headset kind of died there. From what I can tell, I don't know if things are going to get better or not. So we will definitely see. Um, Here's to hoping that we can all find jobs or something in the near future. And that's about it. Just kind of wanted to slightly rant a little bit, kind of therapeutic doing this. So hopefully this helps somebody out there. Thanks.